I think the main reason, well, obviously it opens a lot of doors and the pay rise is a nice little incentive, but I felt that I had got into a bit of a rut professionally and I needed something to get me going again and get me sort of reawaken my love of teaching, so to speak. You're basically just sort of getting an overall or sometimes more in-depth look at different aspects that are going to come up in the exam or in the face-to-face or that kind of thing. So one example will be that during the online phase you'll be asked to read about different types of teaching theories for listening and then apply this to a lesson plan. So that sort of gives you a sort of a little way into looking at how to teach listening, which can help you in the face-to-face. It can help you in one of the parts of the exam when you've got to talk about teaching theory. You don't really realise it at the time, but then when you actually come round to the important big moments and you kind of look back at your notes and you go, oh, I've got all this stuff that I've written down that's really useful and I can put into practice, perfect. But yeah, lesson planning sessions, the live lessons in the forums, really sharing information with each other, yeah. In the mornings, the way the day was structured was in the mornings you would be teaching or observing and then be doing evaluating whatever. And in the afternoons, you would have sessions with Nicola or with Mark, whoever it is that's controlling your face-to-face. And basically they would be giving you help on doing lesson plans, they would be giving you help on the phonology aspect, how to integrate it into a lesson plan, which also helps for the interview as well, because that's a part of the interview, so it's extra revision for that. And they're always around to help you out with one-to-one lesson plan help, booking you in for an appointment to go over everything. It's kind of like your own little special tutor/assistant really throughout, so they're incredibly useful and yeah, very grateful for the help they gave me during my face-to-face. It makes you confront your weaknesses and think about things that you need to work on. The face-to-face is daunting because you are really up there on your own, and it's great because you get told, oh, you're really good at this, but the kind of scary moments but are actually really useful, the moments when I say you need to do this differently, that's not very good, which at the time is a bit scary and not very nice. But then when you look back on it and you change it and you go, oh, they were right. Who knew? What a surprise. So in that context, it's just the fact that they make you think about what your weaknesses are and how to improve them. And then you actually kind of put that into practice during the face-to-face. Just realizing the depth of potential in phonology, really, especially when it comes to sort of higher levels. I was always one of those teachers that looked at the phonemic chart and just like, one day I'll look at it, but never did. And then when you actually start reading about it and all the different aspects and connected speech, you kind of go, oh, there's loads of stuff that you can do with this. There's a whole database worth of lesson plans and things you can do, and it's like, oh, this is great, this is, you know, and you do it with students and they really find it interesting and they really like it, and it's like, oh, this is fun. I definitely want to go more into teacher training and teacher development and that kind of thing, whether it's just doing the odd talk every now and again or actually working with trainee teachers. That's definitely something I'd like to do more of.